Welcome back to Sport on 7. I'm Tom Bushell. You can get me on Twitter, Tom Bushell UAE. You can also catch my weekly column in TimeOut Dubai. It's been a busy week for sport in the UAE, not to mention the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We'll have exclusive content for you next week from the capital. First, though, Chris McHardy is with me to discuss what has been making the headlines over the last few days. So yes, back with Chris McHardy from Sport 360, and once again by the pool. You may be wondering why we're by the pool. It's not because after filming this we relax and have fun. It's because, of course, the Asian Swimming Championships are on next weekend. So there's a kind of link there, isn't there? We'll roll with that anyway. Chris McHardy, how's the gym going?
Not very well again, Tom. Not been back this week either, and I will go. I do promise myself I will be back one day.
OK, well, something that is going very well in terms of goal-scoring action is the Pro League. Another big weekend for the Pro League, the local football league. Really, if you are a football fan, you want to get there and do take in a few games here in the UAE, because it really is an exciting season, isn't it?
Well, Tom, goals, and more goals. 25 last this weekend in the 7 games. And really the big story was Al Ain. 5 goals on the night against Al Wasl. They're now up to second in the league, of course, and 26 goals for Al Ain and just their 6 games. Quite incredible. 11 goals now for Asamoah as well, and they are looking like the team that really is going to kick on here and take the title away. Of course, Al Nassr, another impressive performance for them. 2-1 winners against Al Shab, who came up, of course, last season. They remain unbeaten, but really the big story all to do with Al Ain. Asamoah, as I say, with a double on the night. Alex Brosk, their summer recruit, and Omar Abdurrahman all on the score sheet. And for Al Wasl, who really had hopes coming into the season, of course, of doing well, the wheels are coming off of that. And the other side of the coin, of course, Etihad Kalba, a 6-1 defeat for them against Ajman. Now 27 goals conceded for them, no points on the board, and really relegation come the end of the season beckons.
Really is a little bit like beach soccer at the Pro League at the moment. Big score lines, lots of goals going in, 7-5, 7-6s, something like that. And talking of beach soccer, well, the Intercontinental Beach Soccer Cup has been on in Dubai. We had a little bit from there just earlier on Sport on 7, but that was a fantastic tournament for the UAE, wasn't it?
It was indeed, Tom. A third-place finish in the end, a 15-goal thriller with Nigeria in that third-place playoff, an 8-7 win for Marcelo Mendez's team. But as you rightly point out, a real encouraging performance from the UAE going forward into the future. Of course, Russia, the double champions on this event, and of course the world champions as well. They came out on top with a victory over Brazil in the final, but for the UAE, all things pointing to an encouraging future for them.
Good luck to the UAE. As we said before on Sports on 7, qualifiers begin in January for the World Cup for the UAE, which happens in Doha. Right. So golf. Many Spaniards may be looking to book their holiday here in Dubai at the end of November. Alvaro Quiros is set to miss out on the tournament he won last season, the DP World Tour Championship, of course. However, another Spaniard is set to make his return.
Yes, Tom, the big news this week, Sergio Garcia is returning to the DP World Championship. Of course, he is in the top 62, but the big story with that was he has had eye surgery since the Ryder Cup, and obviously he's been out for the past 4 weeks, but he's confirmed he is fit, he is back swinging a club, and he will be here with the rest of the team come November.
Yes, 22nd of November, that tournament gets underway. Looking forward to that. We really have got into the busy season for sports events in the UAE. All kind of kicked off, really, didn't it, with the Formula 1 weekend last weekend. Next weekend on Sport on 7, we'll be live at the St Regis Hotel on Sadia Island. I say live, we won't be because we filmed it last weekend, but anyway, when I filmed it, it was live. We'll be talking to all the sporting stars who were in Abu Dhabi for the Formula 1 weekend. That's next week on Sport on 7, but what are you looking forward to most in this busy sporting season in the UAE, Chris?
I think, Tom, it's going to be the Rugby Sevens. I think it's always a wonderful event, and of course it's for social reasons as well, of course, but no, it follows that week after the golf, and really everyone turns out for it, and it really is the kind of big event of the Dubai sporting calendar.
It is worth pointing out as well, the DP World Tour Championship happens at the end of November, 22nd of November, and then directly the week after, the following weekend, is the Rugby Sevens, so it's a pretty big time in the UAE for sports. Right, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with Chris McHardy, who didn't make it to the Formula 1 checker flag ball, but we'll see you then. Thank you very much, Chris McHardy. Thanks, Chris. Certainly looking forward to that trip to Tahiti in 2013. Should be a good one. Just need to make sure the UAE qualifies. So good luck to Marcelo and his team. Right, let's go through the big results of the last week in sport then. Here's Michael Pansini.
First up to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and Kimi Räikkönen won the race in a thriller for Lotus on Sunday, while Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel defended his Formula One championship lead by fighting sensationally through the field from last to third. Ferrari's Fernando Alonso finished runner-up in an incident-packed race, just 0.8 seconds behind the Finn, after a nail-biting final few laps to close the gap between him and Vettel to 10 points in the championship, with 2 races remaining. On to tennis now, and Spain's David Ferrer clinched his maiden Masters title when he ended Polish qualifier Jerzy Janowicz's brilliant run in Paris with a 6-4, 6-3 final win. Fourth-seeded Ferrer proved too consistent for world number 69 Janowicz, who had previously beaten 5 players from the top 20. Ferrer now heads to London full of confidence off the back of victories in Valencia and now Paris, where he will play in the World Tour Finals starting on Monday. And finally onto golf, Ian Poulter carded a final round of 65 to seal a 2-shot victory in the HSBC WGC Champions Tournament at Mission Hills. Poulter started his final round 4 shots behind joint leaders Louis Oosthuizen and Lee Westwood, but clawed his way back to the top after matching the 7 under par 65 he shot a day earlier to finish on a combined 21 under total of 267. He finished 2 strokes ahead of South African Ernie Els and US trio Jason Duffner, Scott Piercy and Phil Mickelson.
Thanks, Michael. You're all up to date now with the big results of the last 7 days. Thanks for having Sport on 7 on this week. Next time, we'll have all these stars that were here for the 2012 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on for you as we do Sport on 7 from the F1 checkered flag ball. Looking forward to that. See you next week. Goodbye.